What up, world? Established Rich coming right back at you. My next story, I want to get into this Ja Rule and 50 Cent beef. Just a few days ago, Ja Rule sat down for a conversation with the Breakfast Club, one that should have been about healing, legacy, and the chapters he's written in hip-hop and his loss of Irv Gotti. But instead, you know what they did. They brought up 50 Cent again. And this time, Ja Rule spoke from a place of pain. Not rap beef, not industry shade, but from real life hurt. Because 50 Cent had mocked the death of Irv Gotti. A man who just wasn't the head of Murder Inc. He was family to Ja, a brother, a soldier, the one who signed him. And Ja Rule said he was ready to respond, ready to take it there. But you know who talked him down? Kenneth Supreme McGriff, a Queens legend, a man who's seen it all and done it all. And even he said, don't go there. That alone should tell you how deep this situation is. Let's check out what Ja Rule had to say on The Breakfast Club.
Interesting to me that you, R50, have not outgrown each other. And what I mean by that is, if you're talking to 50, Ja gonna come up. If you're talking to Ja, 50 gonna come up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't bring him up per se at all.
No, we do.
Yeah,
yeah.
The media does.
Yeah,
but because I think that's because he's a troll and he keeps it going.
You be throwing jabs and throwing them back, but you be.
I'll go to the circus once in a while. You know what I mean? But I really like to stay clear of that.
Yeah, because when the residency stuff happened, I was like, oh, Lord.
I like to have fun sometimes and poke jabs at them too, but that's all it really is. It's like, and to me, it's like, it's silly. We're both successful black men. I think the focus should be on, continuing to make sure that we pay it forward, push it forward, make sure the culture keeps going forward. I think that's more important. I see some of the things that he gets involved in, this feuds on something like grow up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I be thinking of myself. And so when I see the things that he does, and he did the Irv smoking on there, I'm like,
how did you feel about that when you saw it?
Of course, nobody likes all this goofy, but it's goofy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm not. Preem said it best. I spoke to Preem the other day. He's, Preem has always got the right words and shit, the right things to say. Because I was hot. You know what I'm saying? I was hot. I was ready to go nuclear. I say, so I spoke to Preem anyway. And Preem said, he said, Rule, he said, here's what you got to understand about who we are and what we are. He said, we are masters of self-defense. And I said, I love that. I said, because I don't want to start trouble, make trouble with people. But if we got to get into it, make it, I'll end it. I'll put it to where it go. I'll take it to the next. So that's why I'm like, you know what? That is the best description of what I am and who I am as a man. Be a bully and bother people. I'm not. That's not what I'm here to do. You know what I'm saying? But I am a master of self-defense.
Yeah. But in a way, you do have to understand why Fifth feels the way he feels, though, right? When you think about everything that y'all been through.
I really don't.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
The fighting, the shooting, the stabbing.
What shooting? We ain't got nothing to do with that.
Oh, well, never mind.
I know people like to
say
it.
Yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know the reality of it all. You know what I'm saying? And that's with us.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess it's good for, people to play that when they want to play that, and then play victim when they want to play victim. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I leave it all alone. I live a really, really cool.
Now, you can see what Ja had to say, and in true 50 fashion, he posted the clip of the interview on Instagram. And what did he do? He mocked Ja Rule, mocked the interviewers, and then went a step further. He said, and I quote, "You're man in my runts right now," implying that Irv is being smoked like weed. That ain't jokes, that ain't entertainment, that's just
disrespectful.
Point blank. So Ja Rule fired back. He called 50 a BAN, and then dropped an old article claiming 50 sought an order of protection from Murder Inc. back in the day. A lawyer has since come out and debunked that paperwork, saying that 50 Cent was not an informant and that anyone who read the paperwork correctly could see that. But here's what nobody wants to say out loud. It ain't just Ja Rule and 50 Cent that won't let it go.
It's us.
The interviews, the blogs, the social media accounts. We love this drama. We add gas to the fire and act surprised when it burns down the room. The Breakfast Club knew better. They knew the history, they knew the stakes, and still, they threw the question out like a piece of red meat. And then 50 who stays on the troll button took it to a place that it didn't need to go. But for real, this is barely even entertaining anymore. We got two black men who are legends, who survived the industry, the streets, the feds, the backstabbing, and made it out. They both should be celebrated for that alone. But instead, we keep dragging them back into the mud. At some point, we got to own our own role in this. Every time Ja Rule speaks, somebody brings up 50. Every time 50 Cent posts, somebody hopes he's dragging Ja. And then we act like they the ones who can't let it go. For real, that's on us too. Because we all are a part of stopping to watch this car wreck. But as I always say, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.